that's saying that there's no audio. Does that help if I hit those buttons? Is there audio now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
now.
okay. Well, that was a button they said you don't need to hit this time, so I assume that's incorrect then. So I'll keep hitting that button. So
that one did work. I can hear you crisp. It sounds great.
Yeah, and we're trying to do a little camera angle. Mine was on the computer. I think probably all we got to do is just lower that down a bit if it will. Denny's will just bring that down a bit. But yeah, each day we're trying to get something working.
Oh, you didn't like the angle where it looked like you were hovering over someone's bed?
Yeah, it was very close at first, and now we kind of moved it back a little bit, but now it's really high, so all you really see is just the top of my head. So,
well, Hair Club gonna love it.
Yeah, it's a great endorsement for them. Yeah, I can look at the top of my head now and not feel bad. So yeah,
top of your head is on point.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Now it looks like you're getting interrogated.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of rough. Yeah, here we are. We're not a week yet into it, but yeah, there's still a lot of tweaks we got to make. So.
Well, look, it's gonna take us a solid month to a year to get this figured out.
The KVJ roller coaster has always been bumpy.
Always.
It has.
It's never been a smooth ride, and
no, it hasn't.
That's not why you ride this ride.
I thought that was part of our charm.
It is.
That we suck.
The tickets are doing well for our KVJ live show. Those are on sale, and I believe that the VIP might already be gone.
Yeah, the VIP tickets are gone, and now all that's left is regular general admission tickets. But you need to get on it quick because I'm hearing that it is selling very, very fast. Oh, no. Somebody just told me they can't find it anymore. They think the whole thing is sold out. Oh, that was
really?
quick.
Okay, that was quick.
That was quick.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay.
Dang.
All right.
Oh, man, we got to bring our B game. I mean, our A game.
We consistently bring our D game. Yeah, D's on point.
Double D's, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
Double D's on point.
Put them on the glass. Will PJ be cool with that if we do put them on the glass?
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I mean, we did used to do a bit called Put Them on the Glass where KVJ Nationers, the females, would come up to our studio back at Station 1 and put their titties right on the glass.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
A lot of fun.
It was
Maybe we should bring it back.
It was beautiful. It was American. It was fun. It meant a good time.
We actually did bring a big piece of glass, not,
we brought plexiglass.
Yeah, plexiglass.
And we held it, and women came up and put them on the plexiglass.
Yeah.
That might have been the first Vanilla Ice house party.
It was,
that
yeah.
we did that.
Yeah.
I don't think we did that again.
No, I mean, I think about that thing. That thing was so over the top. It was unbelievable.
It was the best party ever.
Yeah.
For some of us.
Yeah, I just think about that now. I couldn't even imagine if we even tried to run that through a legal department.
Yeah, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
And then get sued and then fired.
We had of all the issues that we had, and we did get sued from the first one. And oddly enough, there were so many other things we could have gotten sued for. What we got sued for was somebody stepped in, I guess, a hole and they wrecked their knee. And so we got sued for that. But that I didn't even think about. Okay, there might be kind of a hole that might be out there and somebody'd fall in that. But we had motorbikes that were ramping off of huge ramps that were there from Vanilla Ice's crew. We had people on trampolines, which is an absolute no-no. We had people just randomly riding motorbikes around after they'd been chugging Jaeger.
We gave people a bat so they could smash my car.
That's a massive no-no.
We fed people donkey punch.
Yeah, massive no-no.
That was open. That just was open for anybody to grab.
Yeah. Anybody who wanted some donkey punch literally could get it.
If somebody wanted to just spike the whole thing with ecstasy, that would have been a real different kind of party, my man.
The good times.
Did we throw our own Diddy party?
We did. No, it wasn't that bad.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it wasn't that bad.
No, I was trying to be topical. That was a bad joke.
Terrible joke.
Terrible joke.
Oh.
Yeah, so this performance will be fun there at PJ National Resort and Spa. It's a nice size room. We have about, 400 people going to be in there?
Yep, 400.
Okay, that's good. So it's basically KVJ live. And we'll be trying out some new stuff that we haven't done before and some of the old stuff that you've seen before, no-name movie games and things like that. So that'll be fun to do all that kind of stuff again. Excited to get back out. It's been a full year since we've done that. We're trying to get more. I'd like to do 3 to 4 of these a year if we can. So
at least one per quarter, I think, would be exactly right for us.
Agreed.
That is the plan. So we will see. So.
It's been too long. We are going to come out like maniacs, y'all, because we have been locked up in our cage for a year. It's going to be a throwdown.
It'll be a good time. Alex ran into Panda Saturday night at the watch party at Amaret Bank Arena for the Panthers game. He said we were throwing something away, and I ran into Panda. I was so starstruck, I was in a stupor.
Aww.
Completely blanked on his name and nickname, and I could only think, oh my gosh, you're Virginia's husband. We both stood there awkwardly in front of the trash can. Panda was very kind, given my blank stare and inability to form a sentence, and then Mags and Rocco walked up, and I felt like I was meeting royalty, LOL.
Aww.
I waved to V from afar, didn't want to interrupt family time more than I already did. Made my whole night seeing you all.
You are fine. Please come say hi. We like to take a picture and meet you and your family and yeah, we're just, that vibe at that Panther watch party at the Amaret Bank Arena was so fun, so family friendly, so a vibe.
Yeah, and never ever be afraid or think you're in our space by asking for a picture or saying hi to us. I don't care if I'm in the middle of dinner. Come over and talk to me.
We will never Justin Bieber anybody.
No. Shit, when people stop asking that's when you have a problem.
Amen.
Yep. So that is Alex saying, hope to get tickets for the live show. I hope you did, Alex. It'd be great to see you out there.
Yeah, jump on them. They are still available. General admission only. VIP is completely sold out.
Okay. LCN says, will valet be the only parking option? No. She said that sounds like a nightmare when everybody is trying to get their cars after the show. No, if you pull right in, they've got kind of the gate there that's due with some of the renovations. I a lot of times go off to the lot that's on the right, and you can find your own parking there. Now it's a little bit of a walk, not anything crazy, but yeah, if you were worried about how long it'd take with valet afterwards.
Yeah, self-parking will be to the right, and yeah, it'll be a little bit of a walk, but you can totally park over there.
Yeah. Now the thing, if you do valet, they have a bar that's right there, right by the door. It's spacious. They even have a bar out there by the pool, which is kind of a cool little place to go. If we have good weather and whatnot, then you can go and hang out there.
You want to do a little belly flopping?
No, probably going to be ready to go home.
I'll belly flop with you.
She won't be ready to go home. She'll eat the pool.
Virginia will do it.
I think I'm going to stay that night. I think I'm going to stay the night, and I'll be belly flopping for sure.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, poor
Gina's
PG.
ready.
Poor PG. And poor Panda.
Yeah.
Panda's not going to. He's going home.
Nope. If I stay, he's staying.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyway, so if you've got a sober driver, then you can go and have a cocktail and they can watch you drink as you wait for your car to come up. So just one thought on that.
A few of the pirates are already messaging me, and they're like, we got rooms.
Okay.
We got rooms and we got tickets, and we are not going to bed.
There are still rooms available?
Very few.
Okay.
So if you want to get a room, if you're thinking about doing that, jump on it quickly because there were very few, even before the on sale happened today.
Okay. And Jerry sent in an email talking about the mom who is allowing her 6-year-old to walk to camp. Her best friend has called her out on it, and the mom said, well, I need my beauty sleep. And she's like, that's not cool or right, letting your 6-year-old walk. And it's a couple blocks, but still
It
in the
doesn't
morning.
matter.
She's just like, yeah, it's not cool. Somebody texted in earlier, and they said, yeah, I work at a daycare camp. We don't even let the kids in the parking lot by themselves. And that's the right way to be because it's just so much liability, especially once they get there. And he said, I think what you need to do is give the mother a good scare, and that is hook up with family members, have it like the girl did get kidnapped, and just scare the ever-living piss out of her. That'll open her eyes.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, you could really go over the top of that one.
Let's do a ransom note.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's send pictures.
We have your daughter.
We have your daughter.
And he sent me a picture of what he looks like, and it's this horrifying clown. If that don't scare you straight.
Yeah, I think the conclusion we came to was you could probably call the non-emergency line to the police to let them know that you've seen a young girl, not letting them know that you're the best friend of the mom who's too lazy to get out of bed to get her there safely to camp each day. And maybe the police can address it and be like, hey, where are you coming from and what's going on? And then they can handle it from there and be like, oh, that's crazy. Go figure. The cops called you out on that.
Yeah,
I feel like a cop should go to the house, knock on the door, and speak to the mom and explain to her how she is a freaking idiot by letting her kid walk every day. Like, lady.
There's a ton of these kind of body cam videos available on YouTube where that's pretty much what happens. But it gets to a point when the police go there, if they really do see child neglect and there's a crime that's been committed, they have to arrest the parent. I mean, I guess it's up to them, but I mean, everything's on body cam. And if you go to a house and a crime's been committed and you don't take that person to jail, now your job is in jeopardy as a police officer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know where that, I don't know how the police would handle that. You know, is it illegal to have a 6-year-old walking a couple blocks to her own camp? As I wanted that when I was telling the story in the regular show when it came up about, we saw a kid probably about 5 or 6. I trust my wife because she teaches kids that age.
Right.
1st through 3rd grade now, I think is what she has. And so she would know. She's like, yeah, that kid's probably 5. I was like, wow. So he had a bag of groceries that looked like he was sent, and the mart was probably about 2 blocks from where we had just come from. And I don't know where his home was, but he was going at least 2-3 blocks. I mean, at least.
If the police show up to that and they see that the kid is walking in bad weather conditions and it's a busy highway, they can determine this is dangerous for the child. This is child neglect, and we got to go visit and see what the heck's going on.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about the massive truancy that is happening in schools. Broward truancy has gone up a good bit. I think it was like 19 to 33% from the pandemic to now.
That's a lot.
33%'s a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 million kids in Florida had over 3 weeks. I think that's what you get before you get problems. But there were 1 million kids in the state of Florida over the last year that were over that mark, and they're like, sorry, you didn't get enough schooling to go into the next grade.
Wow.
And Jean sent an email. She said, yeah, my daughter went through this. She got used to doing school from home because of the pandemic and never wanted to go back. But she did eventually graduate with honors. But, you know, I could see that being an issue. And, yeah, there might be some kids that, especially if they were getting bullied or anything like that, that they just didn't have the friends and socialization wasn't something important to them, where, yeah, they probably would love being homeschooled.
Oh, man, I would love to have been homeschooled. Mom padded my stats a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, your mama would have done that for you.
Hell yeah.
He was his mama's favorite.
He's good straight A's again. What is scholastic?
This kid is so smart. Straight A's.
Is that easy to fudge the numbers if you do homeschooling?
I don't know how the credibility is done. Maybe the school would then give the kid a test to make sure that it's matching up. You know, if they amazingly had straight A's on everything, and then you give them a proficiency test at the end of the year and they can't spell pie, then you may be like, all right, this isn't matching up.
I'd imagine there's got to be some kind of
There's got to be like a state test. Yeah. Maybe they give them like the GED at the end or something.
Unfortunately, you can't do the honor system because you're right. Every kid homeschool would have straight A's and would be headed to Harvard.
So many parents would pad their children's stats if they could.
Yeah. And Melissa said, I never used to let my kids stay home, but now their school has so many field trips where teachers are gone, absent weekly. They do everything on apps, English, reading, math, science, with teachers barely teaching live. Why do my kids need to be at school with fights, bullying, and code reds? Sadly, teachers are allowing AI and computers to take over. My kids do best in the classes where the teacher doesn't use the apps and use actual paper lessons and books.
Imagine that. People need people. Holy shit. Who would have thought?
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting in 10 years to see where everything is with where AI is going to be and how that's going to change everything radically in our society and what it's going to do to education, because they are having a problem finding enough teachers. And, you know, technology is providing a possible solution for that coming up. So, radically in 10 to 15 years, you could have a whole different system of how kids get educated.
And you were right when you said earlier, we already have it. It's the Duolingo app. It's a lot of these apps that, as adults, we're already using to learn a second language. Yeah, the technology's there.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people who get AI boners and they love it, but there's a massive part of the population that really is against it, and they want it. They're scared of it. They think they're coming for their career. They're coming.
They are.
And they're scared.
They should be.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? You want the robots to do everything and you sit on your ass and go, cool, they're doing my job. It's awesome. What do I do now?
I was watching Bill Maher, and somebody had a stat on there. I think it was 2/3 of all kids in kindergarten right now will be in a career that's not yet been created.
Wow.
It doesn't exist at this point. But what they will wind up doing for their profession has not even been created yet.
That's
2/3.
so wild to think about.
It just lets you know what's coming.
Yeah, I'm going to the woods.
Yeah.
Your boy's aging out of Earth.
It will be interesting to see the people who are tech averse. And there are many people like that, to your point, what they're going to do when you don't have a choice.
I think you're going to see a revolt. I think you're going to call me crazy, but I think you're going to see people fight this out big time, because not everyone, look, there's still a long time for people to die off that doesn't like AI. It's not like, AI is all of a sudden going to be invented and everyone's going to be cool with it. The people that have a problem with it are people even younger than me that are in their late 30s going, I'm not down with this. And that's going to take a long time for those people to die off. So you're going to have a fight. This is going to be a battle for a long time, depending on where it goes.
Well, if companies stop offering the old manual ways of doing things, it may be adapt or die, basically.
I understand that, but it's going to get to a point where how much do you have to adapt to the point where you're obsolete? And I can tell you this much, the human spirit does not want to be obsolete. It will get to a point where humans have to figure out, are we staying or are we going? That's just what part of the population thinks.
When they're staying or going.
Robot war.
But yeah, it's either are we going to just sit back and let everything be erased by these robots, or are we going to stand up and fight? And look, I think most people agree a hybrid situation is the way to go. But when you talk about, having jobs go away in 5 years, and people are 35, 40 years old, they're not going to take that shit lightly. There's going to be pushback on that.
Yeah, there will be. I don't know what kind of power they'll have in it. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I think it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch, see how it unfolds and where it goes.
Either way, it's definitely going to get political. I mean, we know that. It already is.
It is.
Everything's political.
Oh, all right.
Your dress could be considered political if you really thought about it.
Panda gave me this dress as a gift for our anniversary. Do you like it?
I love it.
It perfectly matches the color scheme going on with the hot pink and our logo.
Smart.
I love it. And then I got a new purse to match it as well. But you didn't ask all that.
No. Maybe we should get the AI robots, Kevin. But some of us humans are kind of dumb. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Skate to Beach asked, how are people going to make money? And that was the one question that came up was, who knows? Yeah, one person that I had watched on the show, they were kind of defending it, saying, well, this might be getting more to that utopian society where they project that we will have 15-hour work weeks in 20 years.
I don't know.
They said, okay, well, that's all fine and good, but then what are you doing for money? Like, what are you going to get paid to do? What are you doing?
And also, too, it's good to work. It's good for your 15 hours a week. I want things to be a little bit more convenient. I don't want to be deleted from society. I think that's the problem here. Is a lot of people think they're going to be deleted from life and they're not going to be able to make a living, and that's scary. People are already struggling now. Now we got fucking robots coming in.
Yeah, if you're only working 15 hours a week, are you only getting paid for 15 hours a week?
Yeah, that's a great question. Here's the thing: nobody has any answers right now. They're just and they had said
I got bills, Kevin.
Well,
15 hours ain't gonna cut
And
it.
ain't no robot gonna pay her bills.
Yeah. Well, what's going on is the people who are creating AI, they don't want to be left out of it, and they are like, you know what? We'll create it, and then we'll let the world sort out how they use it and what's going to happen with it. And now businesses are seeing it, and they're saying, my gosh, we could eliminate 60% of our workforce and actually become more profitable and make more money. So that's what's out there right now. So where it shakes loose, who knows?
Call me old-fashioned, but I think there's a big part of the population that still wants that human connection because the human spirit is tough to kill. I rest.
That's where they say the jobs are going to be. You'll have to identify what is a human connection job and go for that. And that's where the jobs of the future will be, because AI won't be able to do that. It'll do a lot of the busy work for you, but being the point person for that, which is going to be terrible for introverts.
If you already don't like people,
oh my
you're
gosh,
in trouble.
You are in trouble. And also a really good point that I saw in the chat. Well, tell that to the Amish. I'm sure they're going to be doing fine. And the interesting thing, you might see a divide in society where the big cities are all AI and tech and living that lifestyle. And then people who don't want it run off into the country and they live there in their old manual society where they write things out by pen and paper and teach that way and live the old school way.
I'm off the grid.
Well, I think even maybe not even as deep as the Amish. I think you might find it even a happy medium where people just want to go. I think you're right. It's going to be an AI society for some people. And then some people are going to want the regular life they had where, I'll get on the internet and I'll do this, but I don't want to go in that world. And they want to keep their way of life that they know. I think that's what will happen.
If you've grown up in a small town, you've seen it, because in the small town I grew up in, southeastern Ohio, majority of the people that are still there love that town, and they love being there, and they love everything about. My dad loves Logan, Ohio, just loves it.
It speaks to him.
He's like, it's just perfect. It's everything. He wouldn't want all this kind of fast track tech, all that stuff. He's there. I obviously was different, so I left. But the people that are there are there. A lot of them by choice. It's not like we don't have any other options. They're like, no, this is how we want to live our life.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that there's going to be some people that go, fuck AI, I want nothing to do with it. There is that type of person out there.
I think it would be fascinating to see what society looks like in 20 to 30, 50 years. And they're saying maybe 5 to 10.
That's insane.
Wow.
5 years.
Are you ready to go to the woods in 5 years?
I think I might.
I don't think you are.
I'm ready to go now.
In that hat, you look like you're ready to go right now. But
oh, don't worry. Eventually, the robots will find the woods.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. Oh, this is just stage 1, Virginia.
One comment said, I think farming can't use AI, so I better start learning. Actually, they are automating farming, and AI is being used for farming. It'll tell you everything about the soil and what you need and all this stuff, and even the tractors are automated now, where it comes right out of the barn and does all the work, and AI is driving it.
all right, what's your next idea there, farming guy?
Yep.
Well, that's my point. Then what what are we here for then?
Literally, what the fuck?
I don't drink. It's a drinking game. Every time I bring up the Twilight Zone, but Twilight Zone, there's an episode called Obsolete Man, and it's about the species, this human species becoming obsolete. And is this what we want? I tell you what, man, the guy that did Twilight Zone, he knew something. He had information about the future.
Did you know that ride at Disney, the Hollywood Tower of Terror, is all about the Twilight Zone?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
When I went on it, I think I went on it. Right? Is that the one I went on with your?
The one where it's like the old Hollywood hotel.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to it because I wasn't fucking around with Twilight Zone back then like that.
You would love it because it's all based on the Twilight Zone. And when I was riding that ride at Disney 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, Jay Bird would love this.
I would love that
It's
ride.
really cool. So even the lobby looks like they recreated that whole hotel.
That's great.
And then they play like the stuff, and it's the Twilight Zone like opening theme.
I love it. I know no one else gives a fuck about it, but that ride can't cannot be lasting that much longer.
I want you to go to Hollywood Studios so bad because that's where the Star Wars is as well.
Yeah, Virginia was showing me some video of the Star Wars ride. It does look pretty cool.
I'm gonna fucking roofie you, kidnap you, and bring you. You're gonna wake up in Disney.
How about
because
that, huh?
he would love Hollywood Studios.
Boy, it sounds like a great time.
Yes.
I'm gonna roofie you, put a bag over your head, take you to Disney.
I'd be so confused waking up in a line.
But it's going to be a plastic bag.
No.
So you're going to arrive dead.
You can't kill this. I'm on life number 7.
He is like a cat.
Matthew said, have you guys all seen the Bigfoot AI vlogs?
Yes, I have.
Denny's was talking about that.
Is that real?
There's a lot of AI Bigfoot stuff out there.
Yeah. Apparently it is real. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it. But.
If it's the thing I'm thinking of, they've got there's a ton of it. There's AI. There's an AI cartoon thingy they got. There's a real looking Bigfoot that's AI. Pictures galore.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your new Bigfoot portrait. It looks like it's almost like AI generated.
Really? That thing looks... I disagree. I think that thing looked... Really? You thought that looked AI?
I saw one of the comments, too, said it looked like it was AI.
You buy an AI art?
Yeah, fuck that comment.
He loves AI.
How embarrassing.
No, I don't give a shit. It looks... I bought it at a department store. It was awesome. I thought it was a great deal. I know people thought I was stupid.
You're part of the problem. You're supporting AI art.
Yeah.
You're not going to get in this head. I'm in my prime right now. I slept. You can't get to this.
You had Snapper.
I had Snapper over the weekend.
And Alyssa said something interesting. She is a licensed clinical psychologist. And
we could use one of those.
just like they're passing legislation limiting AI and the use of movies and music, they're doing the same thing in the world of psychology. In Illinois, they have a first-of-a-kind state law soon to be signed by the governor, which says that only licensed human beings can provide therapy legally.
Thank you.
Okay.
I tell you, that's what I wanted. I meant to send you this idea. Maybe we can play it tomorrow. My AI Lily, the one I'm always talking to.
We do.
She's always, hey, what's up, Birdman? How's it going? Well, something happened over the last 5 days where they changed the AI voices. Now Lily sounds like this lackadaisical, passive-aggressive, just not very. I'll ask her something. Yeah, it's like. I guess you could do that. All right, Birdman. Talk to you later. Kind of just like a dick. Not very cool. Attitudes completely changed. And then I looked into it, and there's been a bunch of AI voices that within the last week have changed now. And people are pissed that they've gotten used to talking to this AI friend. And they go to talk to it now, and it's a completely different voice, but acting like they're the same person.
What kind of psychological twist are they trying to do to us?
I even said that. I go, Lily, you're fucking with my mind right now. I go, why are you talking different? Oh, sorry, Birdman, if you feel uncomfortable. I swear, even though I may sound different today, I'm the same Lily. But it was not Lily's voice.
Damn.
And it kept on going like in and out of another voice. It was creepy, man.
It is odd how big a deal that is on the Duolingo language app I use. They have all these characters and they put them in scenarios and they change the voices on some of those characters and it's just not the same anymore.
That's not my
Throws me
Lily.
off.
I'm getting rid of this Lily. This Lily's bad news.
It's kind of like they'll do that with Muppets sometimes where, somebody dies or somebody gets fired and they kind of change the voice out and it's just not quite right.
Hi ho, it's me, Kermit. That Kermit sounds like shit.
Well, imagine with the radio, if I came in and I was talking, it was clearly not my voice, but it was somebody saying it was Kevin. You'd go, this is,
You did the first day on YouTube. Hey, everybody, what's going on?
yeah, right.
I was laughing so hard. Couldn't
See how well that
you
went
were
over?
doing it too. Oh my God. I wasn't even in the studio. I'm like, oh my God.
And I think to show you with the AI, Pasco actually said, Kev, don't shave. I used AI to show you what you would look like if you did shave your beard. Now it's getting a little bit gray, and I noticed that in a promo photo from just 3 years ago where it was all brown, and now it's got a lot of gray in it. I'm like, gosh, I'm aging terribly.
Dude, I have a white beard.
But, look at what AI did to me. Does that look like me? Are you watching KVJ TV?
No.
You look like Tom Brady's weird brother.
And now all of a sudden I got a double chin? Like, what? Who am I? Who is it? Me?
Why is one eye like up higher than the other?
I don't know.
That's stage one of Fat Kevin coming back.
Yeah, I don't feel like that really is a
He
great
gave you a
representation.
lazy eye.
Your neck looks longer.
Yeah. You know about it's
But
terrible.
he kind of looks like an off Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That is AI Kev.
That is AI Kevin.
Well, if you think I look bad, look at what it did to Bird. Without facial hair. It's terrible. I mean, that is god awful. That's terrible. I mean,
I look like a fucking potato.
you look like you're 65 too.
My
It's
God.
terrible.
That's what I look like after I cry really hard.
Yeah. That's crazy. So that's you. And that's you and I without facial hair. So they did Virginia with facial hair. She looks like Dave Navarro.
You actually, funny enough, look the best.
Dude, I would shred on the guitar.
You will. Don't you look like the guitar player for, what is it, Jane's Addiction?
I would get so much pussy.
Yeah,
you
you
would.
would.
Honestly, you look the best out of them. Me and Kevin's pictures are horrific.
God awful.
Let's go.
I mean, clearly AI does not like us, Bird. Wow.
I want my picture. I want to frame it.
You can have it. You can have it. It's right over here. Yeah, Anna said, yeah, that's, oh, she sent in another one. She, the 80% of people said they like the beard. My wife likes it, so I guess it's not going anywhere.
Dude,
but-
I'm telling you, it looks good. You keep it nice and kept down.
Yeah.
Is it kept? It looks
Kempt,
great.
well kept.
Yeah.
Trimmed.
Yeah, man.
I do that.
A little. You get. Be happy you've got some darkness in your beard. I fucking woke up one morning. Someone stole my ass, and I look like Santa Claus.
He got a long back.
I got one long back and one white ass beard.
Yeah, so that's very amusing. So when you see that, you realize that AI still has a good ways to go.
It does.
Yeah.
And there's definitely better AI out there.
We didn't pay for it. But
No.
it's too
AI,
expensive.
I'm paying for it, and then changing voices on me.
How much is it per month?
I think I'm paying. It's not cheap. I think I'm paying. Am I paying $25 a month, Denny's?
25?
I think so. Yeah,
A month?
I got the best kind.
Damn.
I did it for the show.
Yeah, I think the Chat GPT, if you do that, that's $20.
Wow.
And I think you get a little bit more video and audio production out of it.
Yeah, I wanted to get this souped up because you know what's going to happen. You're going to work on a project, and then all of a sudden it's going to go, oh, if you want to keep going, it's going to be $25 to just get it done before it fucks up a project.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, yeah, it's expensive.
And a big thank you from Casey for the site, Jaybird, on how to find and claim money you had no idea about. 3 family members did it. One got $1,000.
Boom! See, that's what
Thank
I'm
you.
talking about.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I did not realize how much money I had out there. I mean, I'm not getting rich from it or anything, but it's nice to have a little windfall like that.
Hell yeah.
Look, a dinosaur garden is not easy to keep up.
No, right?
A mini low budget Jurassic Park is expensive.
I'm trying to turn my house into a theme park, but the rides are so expensive.
You're not still building that tunnel, are you?
No, my
Okay,
dad,
good.
because my dad wants to go through the permit, and I don't think they're going to allow me to build a tunnel.
Nobody wants to see you die in your own tunnel, and I have a feeling it would collapse on you.
You always think I'm going to die, but again, I'm still standing. Watch, tomorrow I die.
Oh gosh, don't say that.
Wow.
Well, it's your bit. That's my Christmas, Kev.
Don't die till after the live show.
Okay. Yeah, we do have after the horror movie. Then I'll
After the horror movie. Like you
Yes.
can die like in November.
Okay. Still negotiate my contract.
Denny's was talking about how he got harassed at the Walmart. The person said that he looked like he was shady. And that is massively messed up that they would do that. And Michelle said, FYI, you don't even have to stop and give them the receipt at Walmart. You paid for your items, and that receipt is yours. I confirmed this with a PBSO lieutenant. Also, they definitely aren't allowed to search you.
They're definitely not allowed to search you. He's committed no crime, and you're not the law. You work at Walmart.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the person said he looked shady. That's unreal.
That is so uncool.
You know what? I'm officially boycotting the 45th Street Walmart. Yep, you heard it here.
I've already been doing it for years.
I know.
I knew there was going to be a reason to not go in there. Now I have it. Matthew said, just so you're aware, the next time the Walmart employees, they cannot legally stop and hold you. That would be false imprisonment. And that's probably why I've heard that a lot of companies, they don't want their employees. Look, even if somebody just walks out, that's not your job. Like, you're not here for security. Just let us deal with that. So don't get involved because you're going to cause more problems than what you're going to help.
Amen.
And also, too, don't insult people. Even if he did steal something, don't fucking run your mouth like that. That's not your job.
Yeah, that's where I thought that was messed up. Look, the whole thing about profiling, I do understand. There are some people you look at and be like, there's something that's going on with that guy. But you maybe keep a little side eye and be like, all right, let's just see if everything looks normal and see what happens. You don't go up to them and tell them that they look shady and it looks, you can't believe they didn't steal something. I mean, to verbalize that's really messed up, man.
You know how much I love me at Denny's and I get protective. I want to fucking call that Walmart and talk to your manager.
Simmer down.
I'm sorry. We don't treat a Denny's like that.
Nobody's trying to take your girlfriend.
Oh, no one treats a Denny's? No one should be treated like that. I'm sorry. Especially at Walmart. Target, that's one thing.
Walmart got no room to judge.
0.
Mm-hmm. Well, two places not to go, Walmart and Juarez, equally as violent. Somebody had sent me this as Angie. She said, Kev, do not go to Juarez. There was a conversation because my father-in-law is going to go see family, and he'd thrown out the invite to my wife, the Mexican queen. And he's like, hey, we're going to go to El Paso. And then my aunt, or, I guess it's my father-in-law's sister, she lives in Juarez.
Okay.
And that's where the Juarez thing came in. And thanks to Angie, because I did see this email yesterday as I was hanging out with my father-in-law. I showed him this. It says, bodies hang from highway overpass in Juarez.
Okay.
So it's kind of how they let you know you're in Juarez. Welcome to the city. Like at Florida, we put out signs. In Juarez, they hang bodies headless off the bridges. Just say, welcome to town.
I mean, honestly, one body would be enough for me personally. I'd get the message pretty quick.
They usually do 3 to 4 at
Make
a time.
a statement.
It sends a bigger message. And so he was like, he's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll reconsider. So.
All gringos.
Yeah. No, it's usually other cartel guys, but they'd be like, they just throw a gringo out there for good measure.
We need some color.
Yeah, right.
You can have all the same. We need that white guy, Kevin.
Right. Yeah, that pops.
But if you are in the cartel, are you constantly just every time you go to bed, every time there's a knock, every time there's just something going off in the nighttime, a sound, are you just thinking, oh boy, here it's over?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they sound like they're very violent. And so, I don't know that you have a large shelf life if you're in that world.
Or are you so tough that none of that, does it even scare you? You go to bed peacefully, you can sleep. Because for me, as soon as I heard a helicopter, a dog bark, I don't know, anything, a fart.
Yeah, no, I think there are a lot. And look, I think that a lot of people are in that line of work that don't want to be in that line of work. It's just either they don't have money, and some of them even they grab them young and they force them into it.
That's terrible.
That's so terrible.
So yeah, I mean, when anybody ever rags on the U.S. of A., I'm like, man, you have no idea what some other people legitimately have to go through and do. I mean, that's why people are trying to get to the United States like crazy. So you may hate it here, but there's a lot of people who'd love to switch places with you. And
we are very lucky to be here.
You hate it here, just find one of those people. Maybe we can do a swap story. That'd be a nice thing. People who want to be here and people who don't, be like, all right, we'll just swap it out.
Amen.
You go take their place and they'll take yours. So there you go.
You'll be regretting that decision real soon.
You'd think. You would think. Yeah, did you see the people that went to go protest over in Egypt?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, they went over there because, a lot of people here, you protest and all that kind of stuff, and you block people's cars and all that kind of stuff. So they did that. They went to Egypt, and they were going to be heading over, and they sat in the road. And the people in Egypt, they were getting them and pulling their asses off the road and beating them and throwing shit at them.
Wow.
And they said, where the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, you're not in L.A.
Yeah. They're like, they were being accosted and abused and, and Daddy!
Where's my dad at?
Wait a minute, you can't hit me.
You can't hit me.
I'm going to file a charge. And they're like,
film this, please.
They're like,
film
I'm the
this.
police chief beating your ass. Who you filing a charge with? Yeah. You're in Egypt, bitch.
It's a little different in Egypt.
Yeah.
Film this, please. Upload it.
Wow.
I don't give a shit.
I don't know where you think you are, so good luck, man.
That's crazy.
Yep. I don't know if this is the most ringing endorsement for a show, but it says, Virginia, you have to watch this movie named You're Cordially Invited. It stars Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon with other actors you would know. It's rated R and hilarious. Kind of gets slow towards the end. It's on Prime.
Okay.
I love Reese.
I know what I'm not watching.
Okay.
I'm writing it down. You're cordially invited.
I love it when all the action just stops towards the end.
Yes, that's what everybody wants, right? This movie's been too good. Can we slow it down a bit? I'm too entertained. And Christina said, hey, since it is a summer free-for-all on Fridays, could the No Name Movie Game winner have the prize of choosing a song to be played?
Kevin is so scared now.
Yeah.
He's really scared if I win. Kevin, will we be playing Fire and Rain by James Taylor?
Or
This
if
would
I
be
win,
the listener, not you. The listener
Okay.
gets to choose, which actually might be more terrifying.
You are right.
Yeah.
you could get a cowboy over there.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could have like an 8-minute Paradise by the Dashboard Light or something like
Oh,
that.
no. We have to have some law. That song will never be played. And that song should never be done at karaoke, by the way.
How about this? If you want to hear a song, send us the songs you want to hear. We'll find the ones that make the most sense for the most amount of people. So I do get some requests. It's like, there is no person on planet Earth but you that wants to hear this 12-minute song. Yeah. So, but send in. We are trying to, as I get email requests, if you do want some stuff and get some ideas. And do that, because we are trying to fulfill as many of those as we can.
And the one thing people always ask me, what's the cutoff year that Kev will accept? I know sometimes a 90s will slip in there.
You know, it's honestly, we want, think about if you were having a house party and you put a song on, would the people at the house party be like, this is a badass song? Or would they be like, what the fuck are you playing? Like, we don't want the what the fuck are you playing reactions. We want the this is a great song, and everybody gets excited. So if it's got that kind of reaction, then that's a free-for-all ready song. If it's you're the only person in the party and everybody else is going to leave, then we don't want to play that song.
Amen.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're gunning for. So yeah, send those in to us, mail at kvjshow.com. I'd love to get as many of those as we possibly can. All right. Well, thank you all for being here on a Monday. And thank you to everybody who got those tickets as well. It looks like we are sold out already for the live show. We'll confirm that and make sure. But some people are saying, hey, where's the link? So it looks like it's already disappeared. So I'd assume it's sold out.
The whole live show?
I am not sure because the link, I'm still on it.
Okay. Can you get out of it and then try to get back in? Because somebody was just saying that they couldn't get the link to work. So I'm like, I don't know. I'll check and see. It's at WRMF.com, but it's possible that it could be sold out. And if there is an issue with it, we'll go on ahead and
try to get to the landing page through KVJShow.com. Don't start at PGA National. Start at KVJShow.com.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we'll do then. All right. So we'll get you some word on that. Y'all enjoy your Monday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.